Greetings everyone on YouTube and welcome back to Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition with me, Kemsit. We're gonna continue on with the custom campaign and scenario adventures. Previously, we have been playing in Bulgaria with Simeon the First of Bulgaria, of course, and now we're gonna move on towards, further into Central Asia, I guess, with Muhammad Shaybani Khan in Mission 1, The Lone Wolf. But before I shall proceed forward, I would like to mention, if you'd like to play these custom campaign and scenarios, make sure that you're present in the main menu, press this mods button, press the browser mods tab. There you'll find a magical search bar. There you have to write down the custom campaign and scenario that you'd like to play through, and then simply select the one with the respective language that you can communicate with. And if the creator offers you such options, and then simply subscribe, and then head to the install mods tab. There you'll find a little box over here which you have to press behind your custom campaign and scenario to make sure that your custom campaign and scenario is active within the custom campaign section. And to head there, you have to press single player campaign, and you'll find it over here, and then select your custom campaign and scenario that you like to play through and select it. And of course, have fun playing through the custom campaign and or scenario. With that also said, make sure that you also restart your game real quickly so that everything works fluently. But yeah, Mission 1, The Lone Wolf. In the turbulent 16th century, three major empires in the Islamic world that lasted for many years were about to rise: Ottoman, Mongol, and Safavid. But before the rise of the latter two, they both had interactive relations with the descendant of Altan Uruk. How did the Mongol descendants who claimed to have founded the Uzbek Khanate lead a group of desperados to build a powerful empire? Then, how quickly did the fall of 1468 and 1510 in this campaign you'll play different styles of Uzbeks. The Shaybanis are facing extinction. Muhammad Shaybani must escape from a Signac and obtain the aid of the Chagatai before he can regain his hegemony. Let's go. 1561 AD, a large tent in Samarkand. The 19-year-old Prince Mirza Hussein Dalut prepared his bow, arrows, and saber and ready to mount his horse and head to the south of Hindustan. With his entourage, there his cousin Abu Fath Jalal-ud-Din Muhammad Akbar waited for Uzbek mercenaries to join him. The fierce Rajput have always been sticking point in the heart of his also 19-year-old emperor. He did not want to massacre these Hindu defenders, but wanted to incorporate them into his growing empire. Before his expedition, the first person he needed to visit was his maternal grandfather, that is, me, the leader of the great council of the elders of the Uzbek Khanate. What I'm ashamed of is that although this Khanate was established by my father, the great Muhammad Shaybani Khan, in the foreseeable future, the descendants of Muhammad Shaybani Khan will not ascend to the Khanate. My great-grandpa, I am about to go to the Hindustan. Before I leave, you can tell the story of my great-great-grandfather again. After all, I'm going to Hindustan. This time, I'm afraid I will never return to the steppes again. Attention, the relations between the characters in the following story is extremely complicated. Please be mentally prepared. Okay. Listen, Hussein, when my father was not as tall as you, he was already galloping, but this galloping did not sound glorious. In 1468, the sudden death of Abul Khair Khan made Shaybani's face annihilation. Abul Khair Khan and his opponent, the prosperous Kazakh Khanate Yanibek Khan, both descended of Jochi, which means that they all inherit the blood of the house of Borgian. Okay. Abul Khajir is descendant of Shibam, the fifth son of Yochi. He and Ibak Khan of the Sibir are cousins of the same grandfather. These people are called Blue Horde. His political opponents of the Kazakh Khanate and the Great Horde were descended from the Tuka Timur. the 13th son of Yochi. These people are called the White Horde. The White Horde are family, as always, being proud of having the same ancestry as Urus Khan and Toktamish Khan. The current Kazakh Khanate is descendant of the Urus Khan, and the Kazan Khanate is descendant of the Toktamish Khan. Okay. The dispute between the Blue and White Horde has always existed since the bloodline of the Batu Khan was cut off. They all believe that they are the real Khanate of the Golden Horde. Abul Hajir is even more ambitious. He hopes to defeat the prestigious Johnny Beck in his step as the elder of the Blue Horde in exchange for his own honor. But what he didn't expect was that his cousin Ibak Khan seemed to not be happy to see him become a leader. What is terrible is the Chagatai Khanate is also supporting the Kazakhs. Abul Hajar Khan controlled Signac and Khiva and has an extremely close marriage relationship with the Timurid Empire. His second wife, the young and beautiful Rabia, is the granddaughter of the late Emir Shahrukh of the Timurid Empire. Also Ulugh Beg daughters, he had already planned his hegemony. If succeeded in conquering the Kazakhs and Nogais, the steppe will belong to the proud elder's grandson, my father Muhammad Shayban. If he next conquers the homeland of the Timurid Empire, he will dive this area between his two young sons, two children born of Rabia. As for the area between Transoxiana and the steppe known as Uzbekistan, it is undoubtedly belonging to his legitimate son, Haidar. However, during the expedition, because my father was severely injured by Janibek's son, Qasim, 56 years old, Abul Hajir was frightened to death in his military tent after learning the news. Thus, the Shaybanids faced their first massacre. My father also fled with cavalry. The young and promising prince Haidar Shaybani gave his 6-year-old son Mahmud to his 7-year-old nephew and asked my father to take Mahmud to Merkit's caravanserai. Haidar firmly believed that not only my father and his Merkit's uncle could save his only son from his fate. There are so many khanates and families that I'm already lost with who is what, but whatever. Okay, what do we say? My Mirza, we must escort His Highness Prince Mahmud to the Mekat's caravanserai and leave Siknik immediately. Okay. So what do we have to do is Muhammad Shaybani and Prince Mahmud must be killed. Escort Prince Mahmud to the Mekat's caravanserai. Do not kill more than 5 Siknik soldiers and civilians, 2 red, otherwise they will become hostile to our army. Let Muhammad Shaybani visit 3 Central Asian monasteries in Siknak, where the imams will provide assistance. Hints. Muhammad Shaybani is in the castle age with a population limit of under 30. He is currently unable to train infantry for combat. Mahmud is just a child, and the carriage he is in particularly fragile, 50 HP, so the Kazakh horse archers must not be allowed to approach his carriage. Muhammad Shaybani was seriously injured before, so he will be unable to recover HP. The city of Siknak has been oppressed by the Shaybanids for many years, and the people are quite dissatisfied with this, so every civilian may attack your army. The main army of the Kazakh Khanate is in the north. The defense in the south is relatively weak, and the commander is Qasim. Qasim and Muhammad Shaybani are cousins. The patrols in the southern camp will not take the initiative to attack the Muhammad Shaybani before he leaves the city, but only if you do not take the initiative to approach them. Before leaving the city, Muhammad Shaybani can visit some mosque. Although the people do not like Shaybanids, the imams do. They will teach Muhammad Shaybani some ways to survive, free upgrades of army technology. Sure, we'll try to do that then. Scouts, our army 1 Blue consists of Uzbeks. Since we are from the Blue Horde, we now use technology of the Mongols. Muhammad Shaybani now prepares to take his young cousin, 10 light cavalry and 10 horse archers to fight all the way to Siknak. Siknak, to read, was the capital of during Abul Hajir Khan reign and is located west of the map. Due to a militaristic political implemented by Abu Hajr Khan, residents are generally extremely dissatisfied with the Shaybanids and therefore have a neutral position with our army. However, the citizens of Siknak would not attack Mahmud's carriage. They believed that there was no need to embarrass a child. The Jagadai ambassador 3 Green has a camp in the east of the map. If Muhammad Shaybani can provide his military ability, at least 5 of the bandits survive, the Jagadais will willing to help him tide over difficulties. The main Kazakh force for Yellow patrols Siknak, and there's a strong main camp to the north. They are determined to hunt down any members of the Shaybanids they can find. Prince Qasim 5 Sion is Muhammad Shaybanid's cousin. He'll be neutral with us for the time being in the city, but if approached their garrison, we would be attacked. And in the south, Qasim himself guarded the pass to the Timur Empire, through which we had to pass if we were to escape successfully. Iba Khan of the Khanate of Sibir 6 Purple has many patrols patrolling the map. They're backward in military strength, but light in movement. We need to use mounted archers to deal with them. The Merkit 7 Grey has settlement in the middle of the Siknak. Since Prince Mahmud's grandmother is the daughter of the leader of the Merkit tribe, the Merkits will take care of Mahmud. Moreover, Siknak, many Merkits are imams. They are located in the 3 mosques and will provide help to Shaybani as long as he can find them. The leaders of Nogais 8 Orange is not stable because the leaders of Nogais is the common uncle of Muhammad Shaybani and Qasim. If Muhammad Shaybani unsuccessfully escapes, he has the opportunity to persuade the Nogais to withdraw their troops. Sure. Ooh, damn. What is it? My mirror said we must avoid Kazakh soldiers in the city as possible. They are Amuk butchers now. Horchers. The merchants and the mills here are willing to help us. We don't have much money left. Maybe just enough to hire one of them. Oh shit. Whoa, that's bad. Yeah, there's so many of them around us. Okay, we need to restart real quickly and see how this will go. Because they're too powerful. Even if we shot them, they're barely taking any damage. So this is Muhammad Shaybani. I'll try to risk reaching them. We'll have some weapons here from Iron Castle and Kingsman Research. That's good. Well, he cannot replenish HP because of the damage, so yeah. Wait, he is being able to heal, but regeneration is unable. That's perfect. Not really. Now, Muhammad Shaybani has longer range, so I need to find out where we can go. Yeah, there's some people there too. We have to watch out. First, I'll visit the towns up north. We must avoid the villagers, of course. Oh shit. This is what I mean. Oh lord. Why? This is too tight. This is just too tight of a lot of defenses and a lot of units together. I am unable to go through. We barely even have, how should I say, vision of the entire map. So how do you expect me to win this? I gonna finish this mission again? Like, I've already restarted more than 4 or 5 times. It is definitely not fun to do this constantly here, honestly. I'm getting finished over here. I'm really tempted to simply just skip this campaign. Like, there's a lot of historical remarks over here and instructions, blah blah blah, but try to simplify it. Really. This is way too challenging. Way too. Don't shoot and all that. See what I mean? Right away the enemy starts attacking you. Hello? How am I gonna reach the other side then? See what I mean? There's also more men there. What? Freaking hell. We can't even go through here. How am I gonna get out? Tell me. That's just really annoying. See what I mean? Right? Like, they are neutral, but... That is just impossible. How? How is one gonna get through here? Castles and... Yeah, I'm just gonna cheat this. Fuck you. Right, okay. You can't go through here because locked, 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 locked to, locked to... Like, I'm sorry? How again? Okay, look at this, right? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do as we're told. Just look at these patrols, seriously. It's just massively insane. It's like a no-brainer here. That's all I'm getting. Oh Allah, I can separate my father and uncle. Amen. I struck my white beard and prayed in the direction of Mecca. After Hussein finished praying, he immediately asked me, what happened to Mahmud? He lived, but his father, as well as father, my biological brothers, all died in the last battle, except for 2 young sons born to Rabia and Mahmud. All descendants of Abu Hajr Khan who remained in Siknak were slaughtered by Jani Beg. It is said Rabia's son escaped because she once fell in love with Jani Beg, who was a hostage in Samarkand before she married Abu Hajr. Her first time was dedicated to Kazakh Khan. When Abu Khajr killed Rabia, Hussein was very confused about his since the establishment of the Uzbek Khanate. The punishment of adultery has been very serious. This is a law made by my father during his lifetime. How is it possible? And by boy, the Shaybanids are most famous for marrying widows and divorces. Abu Hajr was so happy when he knew that Rabia had a legitimate daughter who was given to a nomad as an adopted daughter. I've no shame in telling anecdotes about my ancestors. The fact that Rabia had given birth was her biggest bargain chip. Firstly, Abu Khajr could use this to blackmail Ulugh Beg and his mother, and secondly, he had the confidence of impregnating Rabia. In this way, his and Rabia descendants can inherit the Timur legacy. The separation between Uncle Mahmud and my father was only temporarily. I have to say that this feud of Altan Uruk Borjin, the Medicates once made my ancestor Yochi suffer, the shame of the bastards, but they retained the blood of the Khanate and the critical movement. My grandfather was a concubine's child, so naturally he was not favored as my grand uncle Haidar. But my father was brave and fought and good at fighting. It became the successor after Haidar. The lines between the Chagadai Khanate and my father naturally aroused strong dissatisfaction among the Kazakhs. They believed that Yunus Khan had betrayed his oath. Kazim was even more embarrassed about this. He had angered his father by letting my father go. What was even more troublesome was that his father-in-law was Yunus Khan himself. So, as the eldest and most meritorious son of Janibek, he lost the first right of inheritance because of this incident. Of course, my father was still alive, became a lone wolf. But who would have thought that a so-called lone wolf would rather become a dominant force? I have no patience for this campaign because, first of all, you tell me to go over this Merkit Sarai while this entire army of strong men has no chance with this army against them. Seriously, what came up your mind to put this guy over here patrolling and very closely, like very short distance, so many armies everywhere along with these guys too. Even if they're neutral, they start attacking. There's no way I could also go here. A lot of towers, a lot of units everywhere, so I have no chance to go forward. So much defenses here too. Look at this. This is ape shit for sure. There's no way I can go through here. And then we have these patrols and all that. It's just, no, there's too much of a challenge. This really needs to do a rework over here, honestly. It sounded nice, I was eager to play through it, and honestly there's so much historical remarks that and information that just, you know, like, it needs some more simplification. That's my opinion, of course. For the else, I just don't know really what I'm gonna say. We can obviously hire an imam or a merchant too, but whatever. I'm not gonna bother with that. Of course, we could have done this. It would just help us explore the road, and the merchant will provide with high quality houses, blah blah blah. Just no. It's not gonna work. Alright, we'll see how mission 2 will be. But this was just a short mission of retrying multiple times, so yeah. I definitely do not advise anyone to go through this mission, so I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something we're going to come together that's possible as well? Just write down comments box below or join my Discord server so we can have a chat about it. Till then, I shall see you all. Laters.